Okay, so yeah, can you tell me your name?
Hi, my name is Matthew Keough.
All right. Why did you join the Film and Media Arts program?
Because I wanted to learn more about my craft. I wanted to be able to go on after this, have something to show for my previous work, and have something that might help me be able to get a job somewhere in the future.
All right, so can you tell me your name?
My name is Weston Taylor.
And why did you join the Film and Media Arts program?
I joined because I've always been really interested in filmmaking. I love movies and I like watching behind the scenes videos and seeing how all the aspects or all the different jobs and aspects of filmmaking come together to make a work of art. And I just want to learn as much as I can about all parts of it.
Okay, and what experience do you have with like just filming prior to joining? The program?
Prior.
Yeah.
Mainly high school.
So like, what did you do in high school?
I. You want the long story or the short story?
I don't know. Like, did you take classes?
I was a dance major who, when they gave us film classes for dance majors, and I fucked up my ankle midway through the sophomore year. So then I really fell in love with film. I'd already loved film, but then I fell in love with it there, and then I switched to be a film major, and then I spent 2.5 years as a film major.
I had some experience in middle school and high school making really shitty school projects that I never want anyone to see ever again. And then in junior and senior year, I took filmmaking classes at my school to learn more about the technical aspects and how to improve my skills. And I'm leaning more towards post-production now since I've learned more about editing.
So how's the film program been working out for you so far?
It's had its pros and cons. It lets me do what I love, which I appreciate and I respect that. But I feel like there are times where the cons definitely outweigh the pros. At times, like, I feel that in the first year, I wish there had been more technical aspects taught. That's what the labs are there for, but my labs have not taught me. 2 weeks before the end of the class, 2 weeks before finals, they taught us lighting. And that was like the first thing they taught us, technical. But, and another thing, I feel like there's no conciseness between the two semesters, and it just feels like one hand doesn't know what the other hand's doing. So.
Well, I was enjoying it a lot more at the beginning of the year, mostly because we were learning more about the technical aspects, and we were actually learning how to use the equipment and like how to create better films. But this semester, the professors don't put any effort into teaching us about any of the equipment or technical aspects. I think that might be because this semester focuses more on on analysis and history of filmmaking, but we're still required to make projects, and they're not teaching us any new skills or anything. And the teaching hasn't been very effective. I haven't really learned anything at all.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about everyone's favorite part of the film program, the equipment office. Have any experiences you want to share there?
Yeah, my final for last semester, the past 3 experiences I've had with the equipment office have been complete garbage. My final for last semester, the tripod they gave me had a leg that would not lock. That was fun. So the entire time I had to have, like, say this was the ground, the tripod had to be like this high above the ground. well, not high, but it was like very small. Then the next time, the latch for the camera would not lock. So every time I had to tilt the tripod down or make the angle lower, I had a mini heart attack because I thought I was going to break a $1,500 camera.
Well, they just seem to be extremely disorganized. Like when I tried to sign out equipment, I needed to sign out a camera and a lighting kit, and I did it a week beforehand, and then it said it was pending approval, and then they just never approved it. And then when I went there to pick up the equipment, they ran out of the camera that I signed out a week ahead of time. And then they gave me another one, and then when I tried to return it, they never gave me an SD card. And apparently I'm just supposed to know that all of their cameras are supposed to have SD cards in them. So they made me pay for an SD card that they still had. And I tried to find the policies online so I could read up on them. And there is a policy and procedures page in the equipment office section, but there are no procedures on it. The page is not finished. They just have a list of insurance forms, but no actual procedures.
Do you guys have any experiences about actually filming your projects that you would like to share?
Yeah, my last experience was just a complete shit show. I asked for people who wanted to be in my movie, and I had to try 3 different groups before my friend put up one for me, and she got somebody that wanted to volunteer. Then the person that wanted to volunteer, because I needed a female cast member, she dropped out the day we were gonna shoot at night. So this other guy that I got, who volunteered, I was ready to shoot at 1. He never showed up. Then we had a back and forth where it turns out his phone broke. He went to get it fixed, and this was while we were gonna shoot. And he said that pretty much it was my fault that I trusted him, and that it was my fault that I trusted him in the first place, and 2, that he found the script to be low quality and cliche, even though we didn't have a problem with it when we talked about it. And then 3, he only works with people who he feels can artistically and intellectually keep up with him, and that my film was not going to benefit him in the future. So yeah, it was fun. Great times. We turned it into a mockumentary. So you know what? I'm proud of it.
So you have experience working with Hollywood actors then?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, Weston, do you have an experience you want to share?
Well, my experience is I haven't really had very bad experiences in regards to actors. My negative experiences have mostly been my own fault. Like, I do not put nearly enough effort in at the beginning of the filming process, like planning, like any sort of pre-production, and then I end up waiting till the last minute and having to film in like a day or 2 days, and then having to edit it in one night. And it just, all of my projects have turned out really shitty so far.
That's how I write my papers. I wait till like an hour before they're due, and I'm like, shit!
Yeah, I haven't done anything. It's the same with me for every project.
How am I passing? How am I passing my
jets? I haven't done anything on time in years.
Fuck.
Do you guys feel that the program will help you with your goals afterwards?
It's weird because for film it's going to film school, other than networking, it's like you get a degree. Do you go to like a studio and be like, "Here's a degree I got from film school. Give me a movie now." I don't think that's how it works. But fingers crossed.
Yeah. So far, I'm not sure what I'm actually gonna learn from film school. Like the strongest skill I have right now is editing, and I didn't learn any of that here. I just learned it on my own or just from the internet. So I think most of the reason that I am staying in film school is for networking, which is extremely valuable in this industry, to like having connections to be able to get jobs. But like a degree will definitely help you will definitely give you more of an advantage getting any job in the industry.
If you could say anything to the head of the program, what would you tell them?
I'd just say probably in the future, make sure that the professors are actually teaching the students something so that we actually get something out of this program.
If I had to say one thing, it would be if you're going to make a class that a lot of students may want to take and that might be required for their concentration that they want to take, maybe not have there be like 3 slots for 16 students each, because with priority registration it'll go like that. And the amount of stress and the amount of fear that put into me, that I didn't know what I was going to be able to do come fall, and the fear that I was going to have to, that it was completely out of my control, that I don't like that feeling. And I don't think that's very good confidence builder when you are fearful for what's going to be your future.
Okay, so yeah.
Fuck Alan Barber.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just gonna go this way.
No, stop filming now, yes.
Yeah,
That's in. That's final cut.
Okay.
That'll be after credits if we have to, but that's in.